Welcome, my friends. Welcome once again to the Gaming Galleon. I'm Captain Raz, just an old, salty sea dog who's been playing video games longer than many of you have even been around. Can you believe that? Imagine that. Someone so old that he's been playing video games longer than you were alive? I mean, what kind of video games did they even have back then, right? Well, that's half of what this adventure is all about, isn't it? Welcome once again. I'm Captain Raz. I'm a gamer, and I also happen to be a pirate. What a combination. This week on the Gaming Galleon, we're very far south from America. Not too far south, actually. We're in Bermuda, right off the coast of the Bermuda Triangle. And if you're wondering if something crazy has happened during our adventure here to the Bermuda Triangle, a part in the Atlantic Ocean that is said to have had many airplanes and boats and various seafaring vehicles disappear under mysterious circumstances. If you're wondering if something's happened to the ship down here, no, not really. No, it was actually quite a nice, pleasurable trip down here. It's hot. And the people in Bermuda have actually been very unexpected. I'd say that was the real mystery. Bermuda is apparently a... I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if province is the correct term for this. But basically, they're a part of the British Kingdom. Did you know that? See, now when I think Bermuda, let's take a look at where Bermuda is, by the way. When I think of Bermuda, I think of, I don't know, maybe an offshoot of Hawaii, for the most part. I kind of think of, just like, I don't know, people in, like, grass skirts, in huts, and, you know, olive skin, you know, things of that nature. And that's not true at all. That's not true at all. It's actually a very heavy Protestant background of the people in Bermuda. How about that? So it's almost like, you know, visiting Ireland, only hot, and the weather's nice. But let's take a look at the Bermuda Triangle. If you don't know where it is, or where exactly it lies in the Atlantic, take a look at this bad boy. So we're up here, okay? We're just off the coast there. We're right at the tip of the triangle. We're just kind of bobbing around in that area. I didn't feel like we really needed a dock for this. But you got Puerto Rico down there. That's the bottom of the triangle. And then finally over here, this is actually the boot of Florida. Okay? So really, it's not that far off from America, the Bermuda Triangle. And as for Bermuda itself, it looks really weird. Like on that map, it's just like a little dot. But it's actually a whole colony of different little... you know, islands and coastlines, and I mean, it looks like a bottle opener. You know what I'm saying? And we're right about, if you're wondering, we're right around here. We're just bobbing around. We picked up some drinks, picked up some guests, if you know what I mean, and then we decided to tour around the water a little bit. So we're bobbing around a little bit, and you know, the crew's having a good time. It's warm. It's sunny, it's beautiful, and I think the real inspiration for me to bring us down here today was I actually got my father a Father's Day gift that I think relates. It's a remote-controlled boat. He got a pool. He's got a pool, an above-ground pool, and we've been swimming in it. And I happen to be at a Salvation Army, and I came across an old Tyco Riptide. And if you never heard of Tyco, these guys were really big into making remote-controlled cars, remote-controlled boats, maybe even remote-controlled planes. But I found this Riptide. It was made, I I think in like '92 or something, and it's sleek. It's long. It's about that long. It's got a black hull, and then the deck itself is like this shiny red plastic. And then in the passenger and co-pilot seat, there's two guys, two badass looking guys in motorcycle, speedboat helmets. And it came with a little receiver. You can go forward, backward, left, and right. And I saw it at the Salvation Army, still in the box. And I thought, gee, wouldn't this be an interesting gift for my father, who, has obviously taken a liking to the water these days, having a pool. And sometimes he doesn't have anyone to be in the pool with, so maybe this would be a fun activity. So, but I wasn't sure what the price would be on this. I looked at the price, it was like $18. I thought that was reasonable. But I also saw that there was no battery to this thing. It said I needed a 9.6V Tyco battery pack. And Lord knows where you get one of those. So I used that as a bargaining tool. And don't be afraid to do this. If you recognize something, even if at a thrift store or pawn shop, in the box, even if it's in the box, if this thing came off the store shelf complete, off the factory floor complete, if it's not something that could be taken out of the box and used right away, that can be a bargaining chip. Okay? Now, for the most part, I usually don't haggle at thrift stores. If they have a price on it, I'm going to pay the price. But what actually happened here, I got lucky. I let that thing sit. It was sitting by the cash register. I walked around the store. I came back, and I noticed that the clerk and the manager were talking about the fact that this thing didn't have a battery. Apparently, someone else in the store had asked about it. Someone they didn't particularly like. And they said, there's no battery. The clerk says, there's no battery, so what would be the price on it without the battery? And the manager's like, well, we've got $18 on it right now. How about $9? And the clerk's like, okay. So that's when I decided to step in and said, I think I'll grab it for $9. And I said, okay, great. I'm glad you did, because we don't really particularly like the other guy. He wanted no price, and we asked, but now we can tell him that you picked it up. We don't have to tell him that we reduced the price, though. And again, this is a prime example of why you want to be nice to people out there. This is the kind of guy where he feels like if someone picks up something that he had dibs on, he will actually call the district manager of this thrift store. I mean, thrift stores, at the end of the day, they're supposed to be about charity. So the fact that this guy's ratting out these people who might even be just volunteers is ridiculous. That's not what you want to do. So he's burning bridges left and right, whereas I'm the kind of guy who tries to go in there nice, tries my best to pay the price asked, and if I do see wiggle room, I'll ask them, but only if they haven't already established something. And for the most part, I ask them how they're doing, whatever, grease the squeaky wheel, and it pays off. Long story short, this I bought the boat for $9. I made a call to a vintage toy store about the battery pack, because online the box said use only the Tyco 9.6V battery pack. Okay, I go onto eBay; those things are going for like $80. That's ridiculous. So my move was call a vintage toy store in the area and ask them if they have them, and if they don't have them, where to go. Well, the vintage toy store didn't have one, but what they did say was, head on over. Why don't you give a call to Batteries Plus? They have stuff like that. Well, I called, and lo and behold, for around $21, they had a battery pack, and it came with a charger, and I said I would pick it up the next day. I went in there the next day. I brought the boat. I said, I need a battery for this thing. The guy on duty's like, we don't carry that kind of stuff. And I said, are you sure? I called ahead, He goes in the back, asks the other guys milling around back there. Lo and behold, someone put my name on the one 9.6V battery pack they had sitting back there. And he's looking at it, he's like, oh, here you go. He's like, I'm really surprised we have this. We don't stock these. He said that someone had called maybe about 3 months back or asked them to order one and never showed up. So a little serendipity, a little serendipitous, a little luck, and I think, some nicety got us to the point where we were able to get Dad a pretty cool Father's Day gift. So I've been heavy on boats. We've been playing with the boat all weekend. It's been a great time, and I thought, what better time to celebrate boating than to play Cobra Triangle for the Nintendo Entertainment System. That's what we're going to be playing today. We're going to get started in a minute. Obviously, at the bottom of the hour, we will be digging into the chest. The chest is stuffed full with good stuff, all for a good price. And of course, at the end of the show, we will address your questions, concerns, and whatnot in the bag that tells no tales. All right, so let's get started. Let's play Cobra Triangle by Rare. The guys behind Banjo-Kazooie, the guys behind Grab by the Ghoulies, the guys behind Conker's Bad Fur Day, the guys behind Snake Rattle and Roll, the guys behind Shall I Go On, Saberwolf. A real pedigree this company was in the 80s and 90s. They've kind of fallen off since, but this is one of the gems that they made. Cobra Triangle for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Get yourself a drink, open up your shirt, turn that fan on, and enjoy that island air. Let's get started. Cobra Triangle on the NES. So I actually started it out at the open here because there's no audio. But right out of the box, you're going to get some nice music. You're going to get a nice presentation. It's worth starting us out on the menu screen here, because everything jumps to life at the press of your start button. Here we go. That's us. And that boat looks a lot like the Riptide that I got my dad. Now, you're going to see some similarities here between some other very popular Nintendo games. First one would be RC Pro-Am. And that makes a lot of sense because Rare made RC Pro-Am, which is a very popular racing game for the Nintendo, which also starred remote-controlled cars. Now, I don't know that our Cobra Triangle here, our boat is remote-controlled. But there's really no better remote control game out there for the NES than RC Pro-Am, which was also made by Rare. Alright, now this level, there's these mines. And there's another boat out there trying to stop me. Now you'll also notice that there's a power-up system. The other game that this really resembles, aside from RC Pro-Am, is Konami's Gradius. And the reason for that is you actually customize your boat depending on grabbing buoys. You see how that fire down there at the bottom is blinking? If I press the select button, I can actually upgrade my fire. Or if I get more buoys, I can upgrade speed, missiles, and that's really going to come into play in this level here. Now I'm going to select fire. I'm going to award myself that fire. Now we have some time to upgrade. Oh wow, we're doing really good. All right, now we've got the perfect gun set up. I want to try and get us some speed. Keep getting missiles. We're gonna be a real powerhouse. Oh my gosh! But we really need some speed here. running out of time. Got 7 seconds. Come on, at least need... Ah! Come on, 1 double buoy. Nope. Oh boy. That's gonna be a problem. Guard the people. This is the most annoying. Well, no, there's a lot of it. You'll notice there's a lot of mission variety here, especially for a Nintendo game. And the other cool thing is there's actually on the first level, that race that we did, there's actually a fork in the road. So you can actually attack these missions in a different order too. So this game, as far as like arcadey, score-based, objection-based Twitch gaming go, was definitely one of the more flexible, high replay like games for the NES. And it's cheap as could be. You can easily find this game somewhere between $5 and $10. And if it's not in your collection, definitely pick it up. You're gonna have a blast with it. There's only one more. Okay. Whew. Got by that one, skin of our teeth. And yes, there's even monsters. Fry the monster. Now he's got no chance with this this loadout I have. I don't know how we're doing on time. Oh, okay, now if I can manage to hit all the targets, I get a free life. Yes! Woo! I'm having a hell of a game. Alright, I don't know where this is going to take me now. Oh boy, this is getting... Now it's starting to get tough. Oh. That's how much damage that took off me? Like 20%? Oh, here's the real tough stuff. These whirlpools are such... Oh! What a nightmare. Oh! Oh, come on. Alright, almost there. There we go. And that little flip, I'm actually doing that by holding the directional pad. Otherwise it would just jump on its own. Oh, here's the Widowmaker, guys. Jump the waterfall. Ah! I mean, talk about cheap, huh? I gotta go with this blind? Yes! Oh, man! I'm doing really good. One loss on that is not bad at all. Now, the way we're gonna play this is, I'm gonna run out these lives. And we're gonna check, we're gonna keep an eye on my score. And then we'll go to the booty segment. This is a relatively quick game. Eventually I'm going to hit a wall like any arcade game and get totally noshed. Is that a term, noshed? Man, I'm so slow. Give me that speed. Oh, I just bought speed. I want to get one more speed. There's one. Where'd that buoy go? Oh, give me one. I just want one. Nice. Alright, now I'm just gonna probably keep building up missiles. If you get enough missile power-ups, you actually get guided missiles, which is something I do not get often. I'm usually primarily concerned about... Oh my god, I'm about to die. Whatever I do, I don't want to die here. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Woo! I'm usually mostly concerned about my gun, my primary gun, and my speed. Getting my speed at level 2. And I'm going to keep it there. Oh god, this guy's a nightmare. I'm hoping the missile upgrade we've gotten. Wow, guys, we're doing amazing. Wow. 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 I can't believe I didn't die on that guy. We're heavy. We're heavy. How we doing on time? We gotta stop pretty soon. Oh man, another bonus. And I almost don't want to because at the rate I'm going, I'm gonna hit a wall. Next thing you know, it's gonna be like 5 minutes. Whew. Yep, I missed a couple there. No, it doesn't matter. Even missing one, you're out on that. But look at the score. 256, that's pretty hot. This is the Widowmaker. If you're wondering how many levels are in this game, it's 25. We're on the 12th level, and I've never won this game. And I've been playing it, oh my god, since I was a little sea dog. And if you want to talk about a game you're going to be popping in and out of your NES, it's the Cobra Triangle. Oh. Very few games hold that balance of really cheap and really playable. Well, that's not true. There's actually a lot of games in the NES like that. Oh. We're close. Oh, come on. Alright, last life. We made it, though. That's good. We made it. Now, we've got 2 more continues after this. Wow, can we actually break 300? That'd be amazing. 2 boats now. Oh! And guys, if that doesn't give you an indication of how long it's been since I've been this far, I forgot there was even an island there. Oh, man. I wish I could get myself some more speed. You seeing this? Wow. Ah! What a nightmare. Oh my god, this thing's shooting missiles at me. Oh, where'd they come from? I should probably be trying to kill these stupid cannons. There goes one. Ugh. Now I'm running out of time, and this thing's freezing me. Ugh. Woo! Alright, I think we're gonna leave it there. Yeah, we'll leave it. Alright, we're gonna continue from there. Because that's I haven't been this far. If I've been this far, it was back in the 90s. Long time. And I'll show you half the reason why I haven't gotten this far. I've been practicing this week. Let me get you some, get back to the ship here. Half the reason I really haven't been doing very good is I've been playing this on the road. I've been practicing with this thing. Hold on. The FC Mobile 2, which we got, we picked up at the Classic Gaming Expo in Milwaukee about 3 months ago or so. We picked this up for about $5. It's a portable NES, and you know, for $5 you really can't complain. But the controls are a little stiff. You know, it's got this separated D-pad like a PlayStation, You don't want that. So playing with an NES controller, which is, how we're playing here on the ship. Oops. Um, playing with this D-pad is a dream. It's just a great system. All right. Okay, let's get to the booty. Ooh, lots of booty here. Lots of good old-fashioned booty. This is a business special. If you don't know, on the side, we're pirates. But piracy really doesn't pay the bills. We all have jobs around here. Well, at least most of us. Some of the guys on the ship get away with not having to work. They just sit around and, take prescription pills. Maybe one day I'll get to that point, huh? But most of us have a job, including Biz. He works at a pawn shop, and if he finds something good, he usually throws it at us so that obviously we can bring it to you fine people out there. So he gave me a call, and he said, we got a whole bunch of stuff, including a game I was elated to find that he had. All of this we got for $2 each, and only because it's on the top of this bag, we're going to show off the one I was the most excited about. But there's a whole bunch of good stuff in here. Let's get started. For the GameCube, he had a beautiful copy of Zelda 4 Sword Adventures. Now, we have every Zelda for the GameCube, but we did not have the case. Is the manual missing? Looks like we're still missing the manual. That's actually not that hard to come by. I can probably procure one of those from a retro video game store. They're usually pretty good. We know some people are pretty good about throwing us a manual now and then. But the disc and the case are in great shape. To have the case, now we have basically every Zelda for the GameCube in a case. Very excited about that. And as for this game itself, what an experience. This is basically 4-player Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. If you've played A Link Between Worlds for the 360, the 3DS, or A Link to the Past for either the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, or the Super Nintendo, you have a very good idea of how this game looks. It's over top-down view, 16-bit graphics, but the amazing thing about this game is this was one of the main games to push and take advantage of the GameCube's connectivity feature to the Game Boy Advance. So what does that mean? Well, a Game Boy Advance has a GameCube has 4 ports, so 4 people can play at the same time. For the most part, like Smash Brothers, for instance, or Mario Party, or Mario Kart, you would use 4 regular GameCube controllers. However, in the case of a game that featured connectivity, you would actually plug 4 Game Boy Advances in place of controllers. Why is this cool? Well, this is cool because now the 4 players actually are sharing the main screen up top, and they actually all have their own individual monitor on their GameCube, which is feeding them information that no one else has. So it's almost like you're playing with 4 Wii U's at the same time. How about that? They actually had this technology 15, 16, 17 years ago. So I would love to sit down. We actually have all the equipment we need. We have all the hardware at this point. We have the game. We have a GameCube. We have enough cables, specially made cables that connect the GameCube to the Game Boy Advance. And we have 4 Game Boy Advances. So one day, maybe, we'll get some swashbucklers together and have a live presentation for you guys of the very rarely seen, played as it was intended, Zelda 4 Sword Adventures. But that, my friends, is an adventure for another day. We got this for $2. I couldn't have been happier. Let's see what else we got. Silent Hill 3. I was just talking to Angry Hoosier, one of our crewmates, one of our beloved crewmates, and he was asking me, what do you think of the Silent Hill series? The Silent Hill collection just went on to. It's not looking too good, but I think it's still playable. There's some scratches on there. No manual. What do you think of the series? I played the first Silent Hill. The rest I have not played. He said the Silent Hill collection was now HD collection is now available on PlayStation Now, which is a sort of a Netflix for video games. And I said the funny thing about that Silent Hill collection is it doesn't have the first Silent Hill on it, which is the only one I've played and really enjoyed enough to recommend the series. I hear this one's real good. I hear 2's not bad either. I hear they kind of go down from there. Kind of go downhill from there. All right, $2 on that guy. Another lesser known, like this manual. I don't think we had the manual. I think we had this in the hold, but not the manual. Look at that manual. Wow. This is made by Sony. Resist the Call, it says in the back. And another horror game. Not that hard to come by. Or not that valuable, I should say. Most survival horror games are hard to come by. People just keep them. But this one's not going to run you too much. And this apparently was available at the Game Station. See that? It says Game Station. There. I don't know what Game Station is. Never heard of it. We should look it up. See if they're still in business. See if they're liquidating. Blade 2. I believe we had this for the Xbox. We have this for the Xbox. Who made this? Activision, Marvel. I don't know. It's Blade. He's killing vampires. Wesley Snipes looking pretty badass there. Did he ever get out of that tax evasion thing? Did he go to jail for that? All right. Oh, an unknown. What do we have here? I don't know what this is. Unmarked case. We have. Oh, okay. Contra Shattered Soldier. Pretty decent Contra game. We have it. It's hard to pass up a Contra game for $2, and this one isn't that bad. Here's one that you see on shelves all the time. I was never willing to pay $5 for it. Finally, after years and years, we found it for $2. This thing falling apart on me. This stupid bandolier. I need to staple it to my chest or something. There we go. All right, I'm not picking my butt. I'm just tucking it in. All right, Future Tactics. I don't know. I hear this is a pretty innovative game. I can't even tell you what it's like. It looks like it's, I don't know, tactical combat. I'm not really sure, but it came with everything. Again, it's just one of those games that you see for less than $5 everywhere. And I was just waiting for the right day. I was willing to put $2 on it. All right. What do we got here? A couple more GameCube games here. We got the Resident Evil 4. That's where it started. A lot of people say that's where it should have stayed. I don't know about that. I think the PS2 one put in enough additional content, held its own. 2 discs, and actually, how about that? There's even a memory card in there too. So that's pretty hot. All right. X-Men Legends, pretty decent action RPG. Grab that guy for $2. No manual there. All right. And then, all wrapped in plastic. Oh wait, what's this? More loose. We'll get to them in a second. All wrapped in plastic. Xbox 360 games, I believe. Now, there were a lot of them there. There was a whole box. Okay, so this is me cherry picking from an entire box of somewhere between 125, 150 games. So these are all, in my opinion, good games for $2. Worth picking up if you see for $2. Or they were ones we just didn't have. Metro 2033, I don't really know what this game's about. A lot of people have suggested this to me, especially if I ever wanted to take the ship out to Moscow. They said, look, if you're gonna go past the Iron Curtain, this is the one to play. So we may do that one day. Syndicate, made by EA, a 4-player co-op experience. Now is that online? I'm gonna guess that's online. They didn't. This doesn't seem like. Yeah, this looks like it was online. It doesn't look split screen to me, which I think sucks. I love split screen games. The more the merrier. Looks like we may have a chance at some DLC there. There's a code there. Uh-oh, somebody's gonna type it in. That's piracy. That's piracy, you know. All right. Wanted. Weapons of Fate. I think I was just grabbing at this point. Trained Assassin, Born Killer, 1 player game. I don't know. Don't know what to say. Looks okay. This guy looks like he's out for revenge. He looks like a fly. How are we doing on time? We're doing all right. All right. Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City. I know we had this for the PlayStation 3. Why does this say only on Xbox 360? Are you seeing that there? Up at the top. This isn't only on Xbox 360. What are they trying to get away with here? Maybe at the time? You get the manual here with Gay Tony. You get the map behind it. So yeah, I thought that was worth picking up for $2. That's probably what happened. They probably started on 360. I was really excited to get this one. I hear this is great. I've heard good things about this. This is basically the Twin Peak of video games, and normally I would have said that was Alan Wake, but apparently this is really the one that did Twin Peaks, the video game, right. It's called Deadly Premonition. It takes place in a small town in, I guess, Oregon, maybe. But the cool thing about this game is it's open world. You can even get into cars and drive around in this small logging town in Oregon, and obviously there's something going on. There's weird, monsters and stuff. I believe you even have an imaginary friend that only you can see, so your character's a little out of whack. But I love the idea of just exploring this town in the woods of Washington or Oregon or wherever this takes place. So yeah, Deadly Premonition. I know it's on PlayStation 3 also. I think there's a director's cut, but it really got its name on the 360. So I'm happy to have it for the 360, and it's complete. We got the manual, the whole shebang. So that's cool. I'm usually not into survival horror games, but this one's actually turning my head. I might have to try it out. Another one that I really have been looking for the right price. Ride to Hell, Retribution 1%. What 1% Retribution? Is that how to say that? This is supposed to be one of the most tasteless video games ever made. The critics completely were disgusted by it. And if that's the kind of reception it gets, then by golly, we really need it floating around the hold. So there you go. I don't know. 2 fists, 2 wheels, no rules. I think you're supposed to be a biker, and you're like one of the most unlikable guys out there. So there you are. Devil May Cry HD collection. Very hard to pass up a compilation for $2 of any kind. I know we have this for the 360, or for the PS3. Couldn't say no to it for the 360. Alright. Even though I've only played the first Devil May Cry. The Bureau, XCOM Declassified. Some people really don't like this game because of how different it is from the XCOM series, being a turn-based strategy game. This is more of a third-person shooter. However, this one's sealed. How about that, huh? Couldn't pass it up for $2 sealed. I don't know if we'll ever play it. We'll see. I think I'll keep it sealed. Another sealed game. Dead Island Game of the Year edition. I never played Dead Island. This is definitely a game I'm sure I would have loved. I loved Borderlands. I feel like this borrowed a lot from Borderlands. And I just never got... I think I was busy. I think I was dating at the time and just wasn't playing video games. This one passed me by, unfortunately, because it looks like a lot of fun. And looks like it might even be 4-player offline. Or at least 2-player offline, which is great. Yeah, it looks like it's co-op offline and online. Great. This is great. Really, yeah, I bet that's a blast. Great deal for $2. And it's sealed. How about that? Just Cause 2. It's very, very, very hard for me to pass up a copy of Just Cause 2 for $2 on any system. It was definitely my favorite action game from the last generation. I have been playing Just Cause 3. I've played it quite a bit, even streamed it. It's good. It's not as good as this one, in my opinion. I think this was the better game. They're both great games, but I think this one was better. Love Just Cause 2. Love Just Cause 2. Arcana Gothic 4. I know nothing about this game. It's an RPG. I don't even know what kind of RPG. It looks like maybe real-time action. Gothic. I'm trying to think. This is Gothic 4. I don't know. I can't tell. I get a lot of these Xbox RPGs mixed up. Risen, Gothic. I don't know much about these. All right, whatever. $2 for an RPG. I'm in. Enslaved. Very. I've been waiting to get this one. I hear this one's great. I hear this is very much akin to Uncharted, but it's in a very strange world, all of its own. Very underrated game. I would go so far as to say this is the Beyond Good and Evil of last generation. Just an amazing story, an amazing game that no one cared about. Riddick, Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Arena. Now, I don't know if this is a remake of the original that was on the original Xbox. I'm not sure, or if this is actually a sequel. Includes the remastered Escape from Butcher Bay campaign. 2 Chronicles on one disc. Okay, so this was actually... This has the original, Escape from Butcher Bay, which was on the original 360. They remastered it and dropped it on here, including a new campaign. So that's pretty hot. Not a real big Vin Diesel fan, but everyone always says these are great games. I can't say anything bad about them, because I've heard nothing but good things. And this is one I've never, ever heard of. Infernal Hell's Vengeance. It's really exciting going through the Xbox 360's library, because I know so little about it. Last generation, I was all PS3 all day, so it's fun finding these exclusives. I don't even know if this is exclusive. It doesn't say only on Xbox, but I don't know anything about this one either. Looks like a third-person shooter, maybe. Exploit your supernatural powers like telekinesis, invisibility. Okay. Is this like an Infamous wannabe? I don't know what to think there. Alright. Fascinating. And the final of the 360s, Far Cry Instincts Predator. I love the Far Cry series. These get a little weird, though. These are these first ones. I know there was one on the Wii. This has 2 games in one. Also includes Enhanced Far Cry Instincts. Now, I think Instincts was on the Wii, and Predator is maybe a DLC? I have no idea. Explore Paradise and Unleash Hell with the award-winning action shooter franchise. And they really are. Any of these Far Cry games, a lot of people didn't like Far Cry 2. I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. If you see these, yeah, pick them up. They're good games. Far Cry's a lot of fun. Okay, and then there were two Lucy's here down here. What do we got? Another GameCube game. Is this a GameCube game? Yes. Disney's Tarzan Untamed. Don't know anything about it, but I always hear the Tarzan games. Oh no, this is PlayStation 2. It's a PlayStation 2 disc, but this is clearly a GameCube case, if you ask me. Alright, whatever. And then finally, Virtua Fighter 4, which I don't think we ever got because it's just everywhere. I think $2 was the day to do it. It's a beautiful copy. I hear there's a really good one-player campaign here. I've always wanted to get serious with Virtua Fighter 4. So there you go. Let's count it up. We got these for $2 each. No real bundle deal here, but I think all these games are definitely worth more than $2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that was $50. $50. That's a lot of change. Now what we'll probably do is we have a spare copy of this sitting in the hole, disc only. We'll sell it. I'm saying this is probably a $30 game. At the end of the day, after shipping and Amazon takes their cut, which is getting bigger. By the way, Amazon's starting to take a bigger piece of the pie, just FYI. We'll probably get about $20 back, cash. So, what's that put us at? $30 for this? Not bad. There's some other doubles in here, but really nothing that brings in any real money. So I think we're gonna have to keep it at 30. It's getting tougher out there. It really is. I'm seeing a lot of sharks out there. They're swarming. Does that mean we're gonna have to start doing magic tricks at the bottom of the hour? No. I think we're always gonna find enough scraps that'll be cool deals, interesting finds. It's just big lots like this seem to be coming fewer and far between. So we'll see how things go. All right. Okay, let's get back to Cobra Triangle. Bing, bing, bing. We're very far. I think I told you there were 25 levels in this game. I think we're maybe at level 15, but the mines are gonna be tough. I'm really gonna have to play this seriously. I got a minute 20 to do this. Let's get started. The real challenge here is not staying alive. It's blowing up 5 mines in a minute 20 seconds while staying alive. Get my headphones here. Woo! Man, oh man, Shevitz. And my intention was to play this game twice over. I thought I was gonna die, but I'm doing okay. Let me check our time before we get started. Yeah, all right, let's get started. Here we go. Dispose of mines, level 13. That's one. All right, I need to be serious here. Ah. Woo! Oh, come on! Ah! There's no way I'm gonna beat this. Got 30 seconds here. Well, we might have time for this. But pretty much flawlessly here. We might have a shot. 15 seconds. You little jerks. Ah! You believe these guys? Dang it! Alright, let's try it again. Woo! Whoa! Oh, nice shot. Give me that back. Oh, that was a bad move. Oh boy, this sucks. Woo, doggy! Come here. 27 seconds. Ah! Woo! We did it! Oh man. Oh, we're gonna break 300 grand. I know it. Another race. Wow. I have no idea where things are gonna go from here. Now, if I had a little more speed, I'd be hitting the ramps. Ah! Like that. Oh, jeez. Get off me! Oh my god, did you see that? Dude. This is very narrow. Wow, look at how much health I lost here. Unbelievable. I'll take that speed. Cool thing about this game is your power-ups stay even after your continues. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna play out these continues because I don't think I'm gonna last that long. Score still stays. All my upgrades are still here. What we need here is force. Oh, I really want to buy missiles. Oh no! Oh, kidding me. I need one more buoy so I can get force. Whoa! Did not know that was coming. Alright, now we're just gonna play it out. I'm not gonna shoot anybody else. We're gonna play a nice clean match here. And if we run out of health, we'll activate the force. Oh my god, here we go. We got all our health back. Obviously everything's upgraded here. Whoa! Ah! Nice. Oh, give me that buoy. What, are you kidding me? Guys, we're gonna be heavy. We got about 7 minutes left in the show? I think so. Guard the people. Now the problem here, it's not the boats, it's the UFO. UFO's coming in here out of nowhere, and as soon as it gets on screen, it shoots a paralyzing guided missile at you. See that? That not to mention takes about, I don't know, 15% health off you. What do we got? 43 seconds and 1 life left. So we should be able to survive this. I don't know, they're getting pretty serious, and I'm about to die. There's the death. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We got one guy to defend. No! Oh my god. That's it, guys. 373 grand. That's gotta be my new high score. Somebody write that on a post-it. Slap it on the side of the ship. Any day you guys want to come on down and try and beat old Captain Raz's Cobra Triangle game, you let me know. Alright, we're done, ladies and gentlemen. That was a lot of fun. Let me get a little drive-by harpsichord there. Catchy music, huh? So yeah, definitely one of my favorite, one of my absolute favorite games on the NES, Cobra Triangle. Perfect game for this time of year when all you want to do is get out in the water and, you know, blow up some UFOs. But doesn't that game have everything? It's got sea monsters, it's got racing, disposing mines. That is a lot of fun. And I to this day, I still haven't beaten it. That's got to be about as far as I've ever gotten. That was, what, level 15? Level 14, maybe? And there's 25 levels, so really tough game, but a lot of variety. There's different ways to go to set the levels up in different ways, and of course there's that really fun power-up system. So definitely suggest Cobra Triangle for the NES. Let's see what's in the bag that tells no tales, and then we'll say goodbye. All right, let's see what we got here. This comes from Boobs in a Shirt. It's come from Boobs in a Shirt, and Boobs in the Shirt, he or she, kindly writes the show and asks, have you ever drank so much rum that you puked super hard and it came out of your nose? I don't think so. It's possible. No, you know, I don't think I've ever done that whole milk through the nose thing. I have really burned my throat. That happens. But most of the time, no, I'm pretty good about not getting too. I'm trying to think of any situation where I spit on somebody or spit up all over the place. I know I've done it. Oh man, where was that? Oh man, I had this. Oh, that's no. I was thinking of the time I stopped up my sister's toilet, and I thought I'd unclogged it, and you know, I did the old test flush, and next thing you know, it's water everywhere in her bathroom. That's not the same story. That's not the same story at all. No, I have not drunk enough rum that I puked so super hard and it came out my nose. You're talking about the puke, right? No, I don't think I've ever done that. Wait a minute. Oh, I mean, sure. Yeah, I mean, there were the teen years. I thought you were talking about rum coming through my nose. No, puke has definitely gone through my nose. Yeah, it burns. I don't think it was rum. I think we were drinking Jack Daniels back then, but it was a sleepover, and I just it was at a buddy's house, and we were in the family room and playing NES and drinking Jack Daniels, and not that I'm condoning this, anyone under 18, but I think there was a foyer. There's a carpeted living room / greenhouse, which is where the Nintendo was, and then there was a foyer that had like one of those big freezers in it and tile, and then outside was the driveway, and I didn't make it. I got to the foyer and just sprayed everywhere, and my poor friend, had to clean it up, and I was probably too incapacitated to even help him. Wow, the memories that the memories that come from these letters. Thank you, Boobs in a Shirt, for helping me relive that. If you want to help me relive a traumatic experience or embarrassing experience, feel free to write us at thegaminggalleon@gmail.com. Or if you happen to have something you'd like to send that's bigger than a bread box that's legal, please feel free to send it to the Gaming Galleon, P.O. Box 199254, Indianapolis, Indiana 49216. Because what pirate ship would be complete without a post office box, right? All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed our time here in Bermuda. I'm going to go take a dip. The water's like bath water out here, and I suggest that you do too. Maybe some of you have to go to a public pool. Maybe it's a little more difficult to get out there and get in the water this time of year, but by God, if you haven't done it in a while, I urge you to do so. You are definitely going to thank yourself for going through the trouble, even if it has to be a public pool. Get out there while the sun is still out, okay? And get wet. All right, that's it. We'll see you next time. Who knows where, who knows when, but I know one thing. Wherever it is, we're going to go there together. So until then, farewell and adieu to ye Spanish maidens. Farewell and adieu, ye ladies of Spain, for we received orders for to head out to Bermuda, and we may never see ye fair ladies again. Give me my drink. Oh my God, I'm baking like a stuffed pig. All right. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your summer. We'll see you next week. Keep your powder dry, mateys.